In 1994 in Long Beach, California, Erin Gruwell has been accepted to teach English for at-risk students at Woodrow Wilson High School, a once highly acclaimed school that has declined since voluntary integration had been enforced, and where racial tension has increased since the Los Angeles riots 2 years before. Erin struggles to form a connection with her students and observes numerous fights between some of them, who are in rival gangs. One night, Latin American student Eva Benitez goes into a convenience store while her boyfriend Paco, who is a fellow gang member, and 2 other friends stay in the car. Eva's classmate and rival Cindy Inger, who is a Cambodian refugee, her boyfriend, and another friend also enter the store. African American student Grant Rice, frustrated about losing an arcade game, demands a refund from the store owner. As Grant storms out, Paco, as retaliation for losing a fight against him earlier during a massive brawl at school, attempts to kill him, but misses and accidentally kills Cindy's boyfriend while Grant flees the scene and is later arrested for the homicide. As a witness, Eva must testify in court. She intends to guard her own in her testimony. The next day at school, Erin examines a racist drawing by one of her Latin American students and utilizes it to teach the class about the Holocaust, which everyone, except for white student Ben Samuels, has no knowledge of. She gradually begins to earn their trust and buys composition books for them to use as diaries, in which they write about their experiences of being evicted, being abused, and seeing their loved ones die. Determined to reform her students, Erin takes on 2 part-time jobs to pay for more books and activities, and spends a lot more time at school, much to the disappointment of her husband, Scott. A transformation is specifically visible in one student, Marcus. Erin invites several Jewish Holocaust survivors to talk with her class about their experiences and requires the students to attend a field trip to the Museum of Tolerance. The students start to realize that being rivals against each other, just based on color, should not be a reason to prohibit their friendships with one another. Meanwhile, her unique training methods are scorned by her colleagues and department chair Margaret Campbell. The following school year comes and Erin teaches her class again, making it the 2nd year that she is their teacher. On the first day, Erin makes her class propose a toast for change, allowing everyone to open up about their struggles and what they wish to change about themselves. Later on, the class makes enough money to have Meet Geese come to the United States and tell her story of her helping in Frank, her family, and the Van Pels hide from the Nazis. She then also persuades the students that they are heroes and that they, within their own small ways, can turn on a small light in a dark room. These 2 events inspire Eva to tell the truth, breaking free of the demands of her father to always protect her own. At Grant's trial, she shocks the courtroom by revealing that Paco actually killed Cindy's boyfriend at the scene. Grant is convicted regardless. Cindy later forgives Eva. Afterward, Eva is attacked and threatened, but ultimately spared by her fellow gang members, who dissociate from her, and she moves in with her aunt for safety. Meanwhile, Erin asks her students to write their diaries in book form. She compiles the entries and names it the Freedom Writer's Diary. Her husband divorces her, since he feels like Erin is devoting too much of her time to her students, and not enough time for their marriage. Margaret tells her she cannot teach her kids for their junior year. After being encouraged by her father, a former civil rights activist, Erin fights this decision, eventually convincing the superintendent to permit her to teach her kids during their junior and senior years, much to their elation. The film ends with a note that Erin successfully prepared numerous high school students to graduate and attend college, for many, the first in their families to do so.